What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our Crusader States campaign. Now today we are going to be continuing to try to expand our empire because we're in an interesting situation right now. If we look down to the south, we control a lot of land. We've been really pushing the Egyptians back. They only really have land all the way over here and down south in more Saudi Arabia kind of areas. So we're doing very well in the south. You know, we're training great units such as the Edessa Guard. We're doing very well. But in the north, Turkish armies are still being a real pain. So this one over here is besieging Tortosa. This army around here is either going to attack Antioch or Aleppo, but we are pushing them on the back foot by taking Edessa, which we should be able to do now. This army is pretty average. It's not anything special, but it should be able to take the city. So that's a general overview of our empire. Can we attack it now? Let's take a look. No, we're going to have to wait one turn for all those ladders to be built. Now, Egypt do have land far to the south over here, but I don't think that's going to be a priority. I just want to, you know, check out what they're doing. But it doesn't look like it's anything special. So I'm going to have to make sure I'm taking a look at my situation, because we've got a lot of things we need to do. Our borders are still dangerous, but we are definitely expanding. After we take Edessa, my next target is going to either be Luxor or, more probably, all these armies over here, these Turkish and Fatimids. They are all waiting to try and take Cairo, and once that's done, they're going to go take our cities. At least they're going to try. So that's why I'm really trying to build up everything I can, retraining units, getting our army nice and strong. So let's then turn the Kingdom of France, sending a diplomat down south to Tortosa. I'd have no diplomatic relations with France, really. Don't really have any diplomatic relations with anyone in Europe. We are a Christian nation, so we're on good relations with them, but we're in completely different sides of the world, really. So we mostly care about what factions such as the Moors, the Turks, the Egyptians, maybe the Mongols and the Byzantines, but those are the people we care about. More sending more armies. I don't think I'm at war with them. I am at war with the Turks and the Fatimid dynasty. So those are the ones I'm going to have to worry about. Seljuk Sultanate, they've got a diplomat over there. Don't think he's going for me. Lots of troops building up in that Antioch region. And perfect. They are attacking me. Now this may seem like, oh no, I'm being attacked. This is perfect. Because I don't want to attack city walls. They're going to have to come get me, and I should be able to do pretty well. I'm just checking out their armies. I've not seen a single melee unit except for the city garrison. Hugo the Merciless with his archers and spearmen. Oh, sorry, and a bit of mounted cavalry. I think he's got this one in the bag. And if we win this, we take the city. So they're coming in from... So when we start, they'll be coming in from behind us and to the right. To the left, actually. No, to the right. So we've got to position our army to face all of these threats. They'll be coming in from over there and over there. So we're going to get our army. And I like this little ridge kind of over here. So if we can position our men like this, we should be able to not have to move too much to face all the different types of troops that are going to be coming against us from all different angles. So I'm going to position the men. These Turkish javelin men, they're just going to really act as kind of infantry for me. Because, yes, they're primarily javelin men. They're very good at, they can do melee combat, and I just need that extra boost. So they will be helping me, hopefully, to try and deal with any extra enemy forces my main men can't deal with. We've got a small bit of missile cavalry here, which will be useful for countering their missile cavalry that they have. And we've got a general's bodyguard, some heavy cavalry, as well as a few scouts units on the right-hand flank. Now, this is the kind of formation I'm going for. I might want to change it up a bit. These Turkish javelin men here, they're going to kind of face that way. And so are these crossbow militia.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Okay, they're coming in directly behind me. They're coming in all angles. It looks like I'm going to be surrounded. So I'm going to need to make some sort of plan here. Going to get all my men. And I'm going to make sure they're all bunched up. Shove them in the middle. Shove my general in the middle. Cavalry is going to come off to the side. We're kind of forming a bit of a square here. I thought the enemy was going to come in from a different location than it actually is. Everyone needs to run. Because the enemy, they're not going to wait for us. So we need to get everything moving to try and set up some sort of defensive position. So that's why all my units are panicking, trying to get into something that will help protect them from the enemy. Turkish javelin men getting into position, so the archers. All the enemy armies, none of them have been delayed, which is a bit unfortunate, really. These spearmen here, I'm going to deploy them more like this, and these Turkish javelin men can fill the hole in my lines over there. So it's a very ugly looking formation, but it should work. My Armenians of Cilicia, which are pretty solid archers, they're trying to shoot at the enemy. Not spearmen, sorry, archers. They're actually one of my favourite mercenary units. They are very useful. Now these Sisyphe Lancers here, they need to be stopped. They are a big issue. I want to make sure all my units aren't on skirmish mode. Skirmish mode is where, if the enemy get close, what they do is they run away. And we don't want that, because we want them to stay in position. If they run away, they'll actually be in more danger, honestly. So they do have these Sisyphe Lancers, which are heavy cavalry. So we're sending in our own little cavalry to try and skirmish with them, shoot at them. Our javelin men, I need them to get one good volley off, please. Yep, there we go. And they are eager still. So my men, some of them are moving in with swords, some of them are still trying to chuck javelins. But it doesn't look like that's working for them. Come on, they think defeat seems certain. In comes my little scouts from the back. We're shooting them a lot. We've routed the Sisyphe Lancers.
Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Which is honestly surprising. Sisyphe Lancers are pretty decent. We're routing a few units here. Just want to make sure everything's going in. I'm going to click Alt. So basically what that does, alternate attack. They go in with swords instead of arrows. Because I really want to be kind of running them down, making them rout. Because honestly, I'm shocked how easy this first army has been. I know we've got men moving in on other flanks already, but they're not the priority right now. The priority is the guys who are directly shooting at my men, the Fari cavalry and the Turkish archers. So that's why my men are all charging all of that, moving in with swords and bows, whatever they can get their hands on. These Turkish archers here, alternate attack, alternate attack. The mounted sergeants, they are going the wrong way. They need to be dealing with more missile units. And it appears something's going on with the crossbow militia. They're having to engage with some Turkoman cavalry. Somehow they managed to rout it. Very proud of them for that. That is honestly pretty hard to do. I need to get all this cavalry running again. Engaging with whatever's not routing. Because I just want everything to be running away from my army. These guys here, that's some spear militia. Perfect prey for my archers. Levy archers get back inside their little defensive square. So they're going to run away. And my little Turkish horse archers might be able to draw some of their Saracen militia away from the main battle lines. Everyone's shooting. It's a pretty complicated battle here. In comes the mounted sergeants. Pull back a bit. I just want them to lure the men away from where they're actually needed. Marine trying to fight spear militia. That is not going to end well. These spear militia are wavering for some reason. So the enemy morale appears to be very poor this battle. We're going to need to take advantage of that. Especially, for example, these spear militia over here. They are being very annoying. Alt attack them. You know, get them all charging in with their swords. Because that should make them a bit easier to fight.
Changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Yeah, defeat is looking, you know, more likely. But once we deal with more of the enemy infantry, that's really the only thing I'm worried about. All these things over here. So most of it's wavering, I would say. This Saracen militia definitely not wavering. We need to get all of these guys over here. They need to get involved. Because that flank is not really under attack at the moment. So we'll send in the spearmen. The Turkish javelin men should loose off a few javelins in their direction, which is definitely not helping their morale. And there we go, we've routed some of this Saracen militia that's harrying our flanks here. So in comes the rest of these guys. They're all shaken up at this point, which is exactly how we want it. That, of course, makes it more likely that the enemy are going to rout.
He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
Okay, the enemy are fleeing the battle. Some of them, at least. Okay, these Saracen militiamen over here need to go. We're just slowly pushing back their lines. Send everyone in.
The enemy flees the battle.
Because I'm now going to be focusing on the rest of their army. The infantry. The stuff that is not the infantry missile units. The stuff that's not really good against cavalry. We need to send everything in. All in at the enemy. My general, hopefully, doesn't die. Some random guy's arrow.
Let's pray it remains as such.
And we're doing a good job here of keeping the enemy on the back foot, keeping them on the run. Who are these guys? Turkopol cavalry. They need to go after these Saracen militia because I don't want them escaping.
The enemy
spearmen attack the fiery cavalry.
Press onward and break the spirit of his army. The enemy is badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
And a lot of the enemy are now beginning to rout. Their archers and their cavalry, as well as all their infantry, is really not having a good time. My spearmen over here dealing with some fiery cavalry, which are very annoying. Remember at the start of the battle, that little voice was telling me that unless the tide of battle changes, victory is a certain, like a defeat is a certainty. So we've come out pretty well out of this. These Turkoman cavalry over here, they're the last thing, I believe. So if I can just, you know, get them killed, the battle should be over. And there we go. We have managed to defeat the enemy. We need to run down any men that are left. I think we won't actually take the city in the end, simply due to the fact that we didn't capture or kill too many of them. Only about 56% of the enemy was killed, and even less, only 412 men were captured. It's a good numbers, but it's not quite enough to probably get rid of every single man in that city of Edessa, which we are trying to capture at the moment. So we're just hunting them down. We captured the enemy general, but it wasn't an actual general, it was just the captain of that little army. It wasn't a member of the royal family. So we can't be ransomed for anything, and it's not really a big deal that you got captured. I'm fine with 500 prisoners. Clear victory. There we go. Hugo the Merciless has snatched another victory for our armies. Execute prisoners. Oh, it looks like we have taken Edessa in the end. Perfect. And they're going for Damascus instead. That's pretty rude of them. I was hoping, because Tortosa's a castle, that's better defences. Damascus isn't really prepared for this kind of
The
attack.
enemy lays siege. The Oriflamme shall not fall.
And an attack on Aleppo, that is even worse, honestly. Our garrison there is very small compared to the attacking army. But with some good tactics, we should be able to win there. We'll fight off the Turks. The issue is, though, every time you kill one army, two more appear and continue attacking your cities. I don't think there's ever been a time when I haven't just been surrounded by Turks in the north. We've taken Edessa. We're really making the historically accurate Crusader states here. You know, the Edessan Guard coming from that area. We're really expanding. But like I said, next target looks like it's going to either be Cairo or the armies that attack us coming from Cairo. I hope they return home, but all those Turkish armies, there's like 3 full armies over there. I don't know if you can see in the bottom right. And they're just probably going to go ravage through my lands everywhere they can get their hands on. So I'm going to need to be very, very careful. Okay, what is going on now? The turn is ending. Like I said, none of this stuff really matters. Let's see what the new turn brings. Okay, here we go. Rebels and us. We are making crazy amounts of money here. Cairo has successfully been taken. I want a merchant's guild. The King of Scotland is dead. There's a plague in Edessa. And it has terrible public order. Oh my goodness. Hugo the Merciless was killed by, unfortunately, by that plague. This is terrible. We need to boost public order as much as possible now. I mean, what can we really do? This is not good. We're probably going to lose Edessa as soon as we've ended up taking it here. Let's take a look at our garrison for Aleppo quickly. Not the best. Not the best. I'm going to send these men up to Antioch. Just reinforce it quickly. Because I think Tortosa can defend itself on its own. And, of course, another Turkish army is coming to attack us. Very annoying. Now all these Seljuk Turk armies are on our doorstep. Let's go take a look at what cities they've got over here. Surely there's more things to the south. Some sort of city. Anything really.
Ready to say.
We've got a tiny Red Sea fleet here. I think this docks is more of a priority to blockade, because I think Luxor is a bigger city, it's a fortress. Okay, what else do we need to do in our empire? We've got a lot of money. We're going to send the Edessa Guard to Kerak, who also need to train more men, because those armies that are going to start ravaging through our lands, those very annoying Turkish armies, are going to not be very nice for us. Our general here needs to get some mercenary Saracens. They are very good, so I want him in there. Retrain anything we can get. Are there any units we can merge? Just trying to see. These guys here, get rid of those. I think that's all I'm going to do for now. Lithuania and the Kievan Rus are now at war. It's a real shame about Edessa. I don't really know what I can do. It makes a lot of money. I mean, I can just retrain units, I guess. But I think we're going to end up losing that city. What else do I want to spend my money on, really? I've got so much. It'd be a shame not to spend it. Maybe just more men everywhere, really. I think that's the only thing that's worth spending on. I'm making sure I convert the areas I've captured, so we can make sure that we get our religion, which is also going to make everyone like us more. The Pope, because it's very hard mode we're playing on, just doesn't really like us. It's just not a favourite thing. Because the AI, because we're on hard mode basically, the AI doesn't really like us as much. Where's Medina over here? Okay, that's a city. Caesarea, Kazan, Kermash. All these places we can call a Crusader. Let's try Cairo. Nope. I don't know. Let's try one on Medina. No, I don't think we have enough papal favour. Our enemy numbers are going down. It's the Crown of Castile and Venice. Those are the ones that really confuse me. I don't know why they've decided it's worthwhile to blockade my ports and randomly attack me. It's not very nice. It's not very helpful. So let's end turn, see if anything important happens. Because we're probably going to have to end up fighting some more battles here. Kingdom of France, Holy Roman Empire.
The enemy attacks.
Our little fleet is being attacked by the Crown of Castile. They're meant to be over in like Spain and whatnot. Why are they attacking the Crusader states? Yeah, we lost our fleets, obviously. Oh, they're by Heraklion. I'm pretty sure I'm meant to blockade that port. I'll go do that. It's actually not too big of a deal. Scotland, the Cuman Khanate, Genoa, I think are blockading my ports now. That's just weird, honestly. The Moors, yeah, can you leave my territory? I don't feel very safe with you guys around. The less armies in my land, the better. But now, let's see what the Turks do. They've got that diplomat. Might actually be heading to Antioch. Imagine if they actually wanted peace. Edessa's rioting massively. It's got the plague. It's terrible, really. There's nothing we can do. We're going to actually lose that one. And this is what I was worried about. These big armies marching through my lands, going next to our capital, for goodness sake.
The enemy fleet is upon us.
Very worried about what those guys are going to do. We're fleeing. Our navy is heading back to Cyprus now. At least those Turks are leaving. Oh, but a new one's arrived, of course. There's always another army with the Turks. That's what I've learnt. They just don't give up trying to take Adana.
Our enemy lays siege
Like,
to our
I took
settlement
it
before.
ages ago. Like, you think they'd have given up by now? Yeah. The Seljuk Sultanate trying to take Edessa.
Seigneur,
that is
we are besieged.
definitely going to work. If only Hugo hadn't died of the plague, we'd probably be in a better position right now. In Egypt, yep, leave my land. I don't want any Egyptian armies in my land. Perfect. But we haven't been attacked this turn by the Turks or the Egyptians, which is unfortunate actually, because I like defending in siege battles more than sallying forth to attack. So, very annoying. All sorts. That's it, the Crown of Castile, Kingdom of Genoa. Who else is that? Some other random Mediterranean kingdom. It's decided it's a bright idea to come and attack my ports. What did I ever do to them? A candidate for adoption, yes please, I want a new general. Edessa, not good situation over there. Antioch's got some crops growing. Very good rioting in Edessa. Very unfortunate. Nothing really going on. So these are the two cities. Our fortress over here should have enough men to defend, although that is a very strong enemy army, full of all sorts of things really. We're going to have to probably just hold out with siege there. This is where I'm worried. Jerusalem, our capital. I mean, what do we do about this? We're training some Edessan guard. I don't think it's enough really. I'll just train whatever I can to bolster its forces. Iraq, they can send men. That will really bolster its forces. So if they do choose to attack, we will have some Edessan guard ready and waiting. Yeah, Edessa is just terrible. I'll tax it as much as possible. I'll lose it anyway, but why not make a bit of money before we leave? The Crown of Aragon, the Republic of Genoa. What do they have against me? Oh, we've got every bad effect. The peasants in this settlement are revolting. It's under siege, and there's plague in the streets. Terrible, terrible news. Where was that new general we got? We adopted a new guy into the royal family. Let's try and find him. Is he in Antioch? Nope. Aleppo, Adana. Maybe over in Damascus? Nope. Over here. Or maybe he is sitting this way. I have no idea where he is.
We shall camp here.
Where else do we have a general? Over here? This could be it. I think that was probably him. It's this general here. Where can he pop that doesn't have a general currently? Damascus. He'll head up that way. That should help my troops out over there.
We can go no further today.
Abysmal relations with the Fatimid Caliphate. That's not good. Not good at all. We'll train a gun hulk actually. I mean, it's got guns. We can actually get some very, very nice. Sorry. Very nice ships in our cities. The gun hulk is just, you know, a big ship with a big gun. It's our first gunpowder unit, honestly. Don't really... We haven't used them that much. We've built them, yes. We've built the facilities, but they're honestly not really what we need right now. We need to be focusing our efforts on taking out Egyptians and Turks that are trying to take over my territory. I don't think I can call it a territory anymore. It is 100% an empire. So I'm very happy with it. What else is going to happen? Ah, Damascus. The public order over there is terrible. Jerusalem's garrison just went right up there, which is very good. That's because of all the reinforcements we added to it. So hopefully the Turks don't choose to attack it. There's still a very good chance that they do. I expect at this point. I mean, they're going to try and take Edessa, right? Why not defend the last man? You can at least try. Okay, more armies in my land. A lot of Turkish armies. Here we go. We need to win this one. Junien Diak against this massive army. Azabs, Turkish archers, Saracen militia, Turkmen cavalry, a lot of siege equipment. Do they really need 3 battering rams? We cannot flee from this battle. If we lose, we are destroyed.
Bring your honor as we attack.
We've only really just retaken this city. So we're going to have to see if we can defend this, guys. So let's see how this goes. If you are enjoying this video, please do consider leaving a like, leave a comment if you got something to say, hit that subscribe button, please do if you are enjoying this content and you want to see more of it. So we're not in a good position here, obviously. There's a few tactics we can try. So number 1 is just trying to defend the walls normally. But they've got a lot of siege towers, a lot of ladders, a lot of everything really. And I'm not sure if that's going to work. We do have some good spearmen, but we don't really have enough. So we might try a more unconventional strategy. Basically, you just shove your men at the entrance to the square, which is where you need to hold. And hopefully, you don't die. That is literally my entire plan right now. I'll shove a few men on each side, but really I want to be focusing everything on the main gateway. We've got a bit of cavalry, nothing special. This is going to be my strategy for this battle. It's not the most normal strategy, but it does work. These Turkish javelin men, actually no, they're not Turkish, sorry, they're Kurdish. They will be holding this gateway, hopefully spinning burning oil on the enemy, you know, just dealing a bit of damage. But it looks like the enemy aren't going to attack. All they're using is some catapults to try and shoot down this wall here. I'm fine with that. That's just sending the timer down, because hopefully we can time out this battle. Is a possibility. If this does continue to take a long time, I'll probably just speed this section up because it'll be very boring. But if they do actually, you know, do a lot of fighting, you'll probably hear all of this. So let's see what's going on. They're continuing to shoot me with the catapults. I'm not sure where it is. It's this wall here. 50% damage, really. They're definitely going to end up knocking it down. A lot of their shots are missing, so it's not looking good for them. There are the walls. I mean, I don't know whose idea it was to build hollow walls. It looks very weak to me, but they're continuing to shoot at it. They're probably going to knock it down pretty soon. We've killed none of the enemy yet because they're not in range of any of our towers or our javelin men sitting on the walls. So there's not much we can do, guys. Honestly though, I feel like Medieval Total War 2, especially with this stainless steel mod, is like better than a load of modern games like this. Just the way it feels just so good. I like the way the units act. It feels quite nice, you can see everything. I just really like it. So let's continue with the battle. I'm going to... They've knocked down the walls, unfortunately. I'm going to make sure I move the spearmen right into the thick of the battle over here. Because I need them to be holding this position. For some reason, the Turkish catapult has decided it's the best idea, their entire army actually, to not send their army into attack. Don't know what they're doing. I think they're trying to shoot at the this tower here. Very odd. They have actually hit some of these Kurdish javelin men on the walls. I mean, I'll just get them off the walls for now. Actually, no. They are charging through the gateways all at once suddenly. Oh, we're being shot at. This is not good. We've killed the 1% of the enemy. Our sacrificial guys over here who are just trying to chuck their javelins, honestly. They're getting a few kills in. We need to get these guys firing at will. Skirmish mode off. Flaming arrows, because we're going to win by inciting a rout, obviously. Everything's shooting at these guys. They are shaken. They might rout. We're just continuing to shoot at them. Our archers have decided not to shoot.
It is time for butcher's work.
And those guys have routed. And our Kurdish javelin men up on the walls over here. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're having to fight to the death here. We've lost the walls. Okay, we've killed 10% of the enemy forces approximately. Archers, can you please shoot the enemy? Flaming arrows is going to do a lot to reduce those guys' morale. The Turkopod cavalry as well. These guys are already wavering. It is only a matter of time though. They do have the numbers on us. So if we don't cause a large rout, there's not much hope for us. We're going to send in the Bedouin infantry here. They're pretty light infantry. They're not particularly good, but they will be able to deal just bolster our forces, really. That's all we need.
Intervention by Almighty God or a military genius can bring us victory from this debacle.
I think it's a bit harsh to call it a debacle. I mean, it's not that bad yet. I'm sending in everything we've got. We're just shooting at them as much as we can. I mean, what really can we do? The Consulate of Jerusalem. Where is it? I know I've got the unit somewhere. It's over here. Okay. Can we get it to sneak around the sides there? And hopefully it can, you know, if the enemy are wavering, a charge into their flanks might be the one thing that kind of routs them. But it is unlikely. It is very unlikely at the moment that we end up winning. We've killed 27% of the enemy. Jeez, I didn't know it was that high. These flaming arrows hopefully do a good job at stopping the enemy from getting too confident. But the Consul of Jerusalem, usually I think the biggest cavalry unit in the game, has been whittled down to 10 units over the course of this siege, is now going to try one last valiant act to defend Damascus, our Syrian province, the first place we've ever captured. We're desperately trying to defend it. 35% of the enemy killed. I mean, you've got to be impressed with that, honestly. Very, very good performance by our men here. And we're nearly halfway down, and the enemy general is dead. That is actually huge. The enemy are shaken and wavering now. Charge the general's bodyguard. Charge everything. Now that their general is dead, now that the flaming arrows are flying amongst them, they're going to be wavering. Charge. We are going to cause a mass rout now. One unit routing. One unit is routing. Keep charging, keep charging. 2 units routing. Please, oh my goodness, please, how, if we win this, come on, keep pushing, keep pushing. 3 units. There's those guys away with 4. The last guys, the Saracen militia.
Only intervention by Almighty God
what?
or a military genius can bring us victory from this debacle.
What are you on about?
For the moment, the chance of battle goes
there we
our
go.
way.
Now it's being honest. We're winning now. Oh my goodness, we are winning. If we don't take at least 500 prisoners over the course of this battle, we have failed. Because the amount of men that are routing, their general dying all at once, there were still plenty of men left. And now, if we can just keep them on the run, they should be able to get a lot of prisoners here. We're going to camp at the bottom of the ladders here, get a lot of prisoners, just keep going. Oh, stupid catapults. They have the most absurdly high morale, honestly. You see, they're still steady. They will fight to the last man, these catapults. But the battle was so not in their favour there that they instantly ran away. Throughout this entire campaign, I think there's only been one time I've ever ransomed my prisoners. But I still make sure I collect as many as possible, because you do not want them continuing to fight another day. 605 prisoners. A heroic victory.
Let all who glorify this day remember it as a day of victory in all its glory.
There we go. Very, very good battle. We've taken... Actually, no, we haven't taken a city, we've defended a city.
No.
Execute prisoners. We are going to need to send our general up there. Oh, please, Turks, don't besiege Damascus again. I cannot hold it. Brightness went down there for a second. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, this random scouting party. Yeah, they're about to die. Auto-resolve the battle. Clear defeat. Accept ransom, of course. I love how it does. The day is lost, and then they're all cheering happily. Okay, Cairo still looking pretty strong, but I'm happy. Bad things did not happen, except in Edessa, of course. That was a bit of a nightmare. But we've got a really good garrison in Jerusalem now. The Edessan Guard with their big two-handed axes. Haven't seen them in battle yet, but they could be even better than the cannons of the Holy Sepulchre or our Templar Zweihanders that have currently been the best. So, let's finish up this episode. The turn is ending. We're making lots of money. We have defended our city. Got a new princess. Very, very good news. So like I said, if you are enjoying this video, please do consider subscribing. Leave a comment if you've got something to say. I really love to read comments. And if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next episode.